Students, welcome to Standard 7 Science online class. I hope all are safe and fine at home by the grace of God. Children, this is your third unit, changes around us. Okay, already we have discussed physical changes, children. This is your chemical changes. Okay, and so we have seen the last class chemical reactions of baking soda with lemon juice, children. So today we are going to learn the conditions needed for the chemical changes. So what are the conditions you need, children? We know that firing of crackers is a chemical change. See the crackers, children. Yeah, some crackers explode only when thrown against a wall or struck with a hot substance. Thus, we could see the changes in pressure. That's very important. We also bring about the chemical changes. And see the you take lemon juice is mixed with soda water, children. What will happen? They produce brisk, okay, effervescence, which is otherwise is not a possible for separations. Okay, that's very important, children. And you see, children. So we can see the many chemical changes in our day-to-day life, children. So you take a substance or made up of physically contact with each other, okay? And we have a tasted raw rice, okay, and cooked rice. Have not we, children? Yes, they are different in taste, okay? Raw rice is different, but cooked rice is also different. So cooking is a process that is involved in the stated example, okay? And wherein rice is boiled with sufficient water, you put some amount of heat, children, what will happen? Had brought the change in the texture, taste of rice before and after cooking. Children? Yes. So thus we can see the heating. It's a condition needed for the chemical change to occur. This is clear to you, children? Yeah. We know the use of vanaspati, children. Yeah. In cooking, vanaspati is obtained from vegetable oils. By addition of hydrogen to the oil, nickel, platinum or palladium are used to the catalyst, okay, during the process of hydrogenations of oils. See that, do you know, children, this is all the catalyst, children, or substance you have to use, speed up the process of chemical change. That is that it will not undergo any change during the course of reaction. You take for example, children, yeast acts the catalyst in the fermentations of sugar. Yeah, you will learn more about the catalyst in your higher classes, children. And you take a water, it's a chemical compound, children, it's a molecular formula H2O. So H2 is hydrogen, so one element, and oxygen is another element. Two elements combine to form oxygen. But if a few drops of acid is added, children, what will happen? Yeah, what will happen? So electrolyzes by passing the electric current, okay, and it decomposes into hydrogen and oxygen. So we can understand the electric current is also the conditions that is needed for affecting the chemical changes, okay. And so thus we can conclude the physical contact of the substance, okay, heat, light, electricity, applying, you put some amount of pressure or some of the different conditions were needed for the chemical changes. This is clear to you, children? Yeah. So it will be over, children. Now let's move for the indicators of chemical changes. What are the indicators you have to use, children? So take some broken pieces of eggshell, okay, in a test tube and add a lemon juice, children. What will happen? You could see some bubbles of carbon dioxide evolving in the test tube. This is because of the chemical change between the two substances, okay, broken of eggshells and lemon juice. Hence, we can see the evolution of bubbles serve and the indicators that is the chemical change. Now, let's see, water is added quicklime, calcium oxide, and there will be evolution of lot of heat along with the formation of slacked lime. Okay, that is called it as calcium hydroxide. Okay, calcium Ca hydroxide OH, COH. This is a chemical change, children, that is you have to using the indicators by the evolution of heat. When the reactions gets over, you get a quicklime and water. So every day we see, children, many indicators we have to use, children. Every day we cook food stuff and clean empty cooking utensils. And suppose when we leave the cooked utensils with some cooked food and leave without washing for a day, we could sense a foul smell, okay, coming from the vessels the next day. What will happen? This is because of the food stuff had become rotten and produces the foul smell, okay. Here the spoilage of food, that is a chemical change, children. It is indicated by the foul smell. So the changes odor, it is also indicator of a chemical change. And you take a iodine, also the one of the chemical change, children. It will kept in the water for a few days. What will happen? You take a nail. So you see the nail becomes reddish brown in color, okay, indicating that it has rusted. We know the rusting is a chemical change and it is indicated by the change in the color of the iron nail. And you see the, you take a hot milk, children, curd, okay, to form a white lumps of curd. So mixed with lemon juice, what will happen? The lump of curd is precipitate that is obtained from the chemical reactions between the hot milk and lemon juice. So this is a formation of precipitate. Precipitate means it will be producing the color. It also indication of a chemical changes. This is clear to you, children? Yes. And you take some amount of conclusions, children. Yeah, to conclude, that is the evaluation of bubbles, okay, and evaluation of heat will be there, and change of odor and change in color or a formation of precipitate that serves as indicators for us understand the chemical changes had taken place. This is clear to you, children? Yeah. So this is the very important indicators we have to use. Okay, children, the next important topic, exothermic and endothermic chemical changes. You know, children, exo means what? Exo means heat is released. Okay, endo means heat is absorbed. Okay, so it has just a physical change and chemical reactions with either endo or exothermic, children. Okay, in our day-to-day life, we see many activities, children. See this activities, children. First one, ask the students to stretch both hands. Put a pinch of soap powder in one hand and pinch of glucose in other hand. Add a few drops of water to soap powder. And ask two students fill upon adding water. So now add a few drops of water to glucose to other hand. Now ask students, he and she feel adding water. What is feeling from water is added glucose, children? We feel cool. We feel cool. That is the answer. So what is the difference when the water is added to soap powder, children? Yeah, so we feel hot. Okay, and when the water is added to glucose, we feel cold. That is the main difference, children. This is an important activity, children. See the last two lines, children. Changes with which are heating. Okay, so I'll mark it out, children. Okay, see here. Changes in which heat is released are known as exothermic changes. This is your important 2-mark, children, definition. Define exothermic change, or what is exothermic change? This is your answer. Okay, changes in which heat is released are known as exothermic changes. This is clear to you, children? Fine. Okay, children, see here endothermic and exothermic changes. Endo means already I told, heat is absorbed. Exo means heat is released. See this changes, children? Yeah, ice cubes. Okay, and ice will be melt. The last stage is what? Vaporizations will be there. Okay, and particles of solid, already you know, all solids gets what? They are closely packed, and particles of liquid, they are lightly packed. Particles of gas is loosely packed. Okay, see this diagram, children. Becomes liquid, what? Melting. Becomes solid, gets freezing. The last becomes liquid, gets condensation process, that is draining process. Okay, and now let's move for the important topic, periodic change and non-periodic change. Okay, and mixing eggshell for a baking soda with lemon juice. See here, see the bottle, lemon water, and here this is baking soda. You take a glass. Okay, so what will happen? See the glass, children, bubbles will be there. Okay, this is one of the chemical changes, children. And here see the rusting of iron, the color will be changes. Okay, color will be changes, reddish brown color will be there. And burning of magnesium ribbon. Okay, that is also one of the chemical change, children. They are a formation of new products, children. Okay, magnesium oxide, MgOH. Mixing quicklime with water. That is also one of the chemical change. See the curdling of milk, curd. One of the chemical change. See the thunderstorm, children. Yeah. Okay, this is one of the chemical changes. This is clear to you, children. Yeah. And now let's move forward. There are some changes you see here, children. You see some changes with the hair when heat is applied. Okay, heat will be absorbed. For example, this is called it as what? Endothermic change. Exo means heat is released. Okay, what absorbs heat when it evaporates to form a water vapor, children? So you take similarly you take ice absorbs heat when melts to the water. Such changes in the heat is absorbed are known as endothermic changes. Okay, absorption means what? Endo. Dissolution of glucose in water to add a endothermic changes. Periodic and non-periodic changes. You know, children, periodic changes, yeah, depending upon the weather, or not a change of repeat itself after a definite period of time. Okay, it can be classified as periodic change or a non-periodic change. Okay, children, today's class is over, children. Next class we will see the deep explanation of periodic and non-periodic changes, children. So today's class is over. I'll give you the 1 marks, children. So complete this 1 marks in your science book. I'll give you the question answers, children. Complete your classwork note, children. Learn this question answers. That's very important, children. 1 marks also. Complete your assignment report in the group without fail. Thank you, children.